In this part of the series, we're comparing two different gouache sets from Winsor & Newton. Let's see how they stack up. I am interested in trying to see if a more expensive gouache with a more recognizable brand would give me a more opaque or more desirable results when painting. When I add water to the designer set, it does take a bit of effort for the water to incorporate and for the colors to become usable for painting. What I like though is that when the water is incorporated, the color looks very consistent. I am not seeing much, if any, separation of the pigments. On the other hand, when I add water to the regular gouache set, it seems to take a lot less effort for the water to incorporate. I also noticed that it came out of the tube much smoother while unboxing it, and to that end, I have to assume whatever is in the tube is just a bit more wet to begin with. I did notice though that while I was mixing the colors, it did seem like there was some separation of the pigments. It's hardly noticeable, if at all, on camera, but it was something I noticed while doing it. It's not more separation than what I would notice with my current set, but at this point, I'm just going to keep mixing it, give it some time to see what I think about it after it's on the paper. So I'm swatching each primary color and also the primary colors mixed with their respective whites noted in the unboxing videos. The idea behind this for me was that sometimes I feel like watercolor becomes more opaque when mixed with white, and I wanted to see how opaque we could make these gouache paints, since that is one of my primary motivators. I wasn't very happy with the opacity of the Designers Gouache primary red color, and figured it's because of my lack of science with the balance of water and paint, so I did eventually add some more paint to the swatch, and it feels like that is really what did it. It was the difference maker on how to get a more opaque color for this. The Winsor Newton Gouache is about $21 compared to the Winsor Newton Designers Gouache that costs 3 times as much at about $63 today. I haven't yet found comparable large sets of the regular gouache, but for the Designers Gouache paint, you can also buy additional tubes of other colors like purple for between $12 and $25 per tube. If you compare this to the set of 36 I already had, that I spent $27 on, that would be between $375 and $900 in gouache paints. If I were to buy more colors, I may not buy all 36 colors that I have in my set, but it's a worthy comparison point for someone like myself that is not classically trained, didn't go to art school, and I'm not making money from my art. I'm curious, for someone who uses a higher quality paints, what brand do you use? Is it Winsor & Newton? Do you spend the $900 to get all the different colors and shades, or do you mix your own colors?